Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, hello, everything in between. Bonjour, salut, au revoir, everything. Okay. This is class number 2, whatever. Hashtag. This is gonna be our lesson. Slash title. Yay! And a bit of like commands. So, if you haven't watched the first episode about slash text, how do we make text? Like that. And just these. Then watch the first episode or just look up. Like, I realized all of this is useless, by the way. Like, people have made all of these already. I guess boss commands and all of that. No, not really, but they're they're not that hard, but like, yeah. Okay. Let's start with slash title. Let's learn what slash title is, because text, obviously slash title, we need to title a text for us. But it's not the way, well, technically like this, but you'll see. Get this, okay. First things first about slash title is slash title, and then we have the selector. And then we have, wait, let me just, because I'm lazy, duplicate this. There we go. Okay, so slash title, and then we have selector, or targets, whatever you want to say, and then operation. And now this part will change depending on what we want. It's either gonna be text, or it's gonna be what was it called? Yeah, integers, or actually there isn't an or. Yeah, it's just text or integers. What do I mean by this? On the operation side, we can either do with this, we can do something like title and then text, or we can do title, not title, times and then integers, like fade in, fade out, stay, and those are going to be the main components that we have, but this is the main syntax of it. If we go into here, let's do slash title. Let's say all players, as we've said. If you don't know what to do, just type in the command and then do the selectors or targets. At all entities, we have all of these, and we have the player names. So at all, let's say, see, there's a lot, which is important, which is not. We will see. First off, let's start with the basics slash title. Just type in 2 quotes and then type whatever you want. There we go. Remember the same way we did the text here? We do the quotes and then we write inside them something and will appear. And now you might realize it's the exact same thing here. This means if we copy paste something, let's say this, and put it here, there we go. Not join the world. So that's what I mean. Or we can copy, I guess, this for some reason. Yeah, oh yeah, I taught that. I didn't know I taught that. But same way to do colors, we can just copy paste it. Of course, slash title is a bit different, so we're not going to be able to see the entire text, but we can see. One thing to note about slash text is it's like, depending on your GUI scale, let's use 6 for example, and let's type in this. See how I can't see the entire thing? Now let me go to GUI, not auto, just 1. And now I can see the entire thing and more. So for example, if I take this, put it here, like done, I can see the entire thing. But if I go to my desired GUI, let's say 3, like apply, I can't see the entire thing. And I can see up to this, so I'm missing 2 of these. And well, I'm missing up to this. And at the first one we have aqua, so I'm missing this. You know what I mean? So that's why I say you should like be considerate about what you apply in here, and just think about it like GUI scales, not 6, of course. I don't think anybody is playing with 6. 6 just looks bad, and somebody is playing with 6, I guess that's a problem, but you know, I don't know what to say. Like, that's just a problem for Minecraft. Next up, after we do that, we can go onto here and do another command, slash title at all. Now, let's go up to subtitle. What is subtitle? Do you see how there's nothing under here? like my crosshair, there's nothing under it. Let's say I want to continue 1, 2, 3. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Subtitle. We can copy the exact same thing because it's all text. And let's say 4, 5, 6. And if I actually click this, you might realize there's nothing going on. But now that I've added a subtitle to the title, there we go. You might ask, why does this happen? Title is the main. Subtitle is the side. Think about it. If the title didn't appear, the subtitle won't appear. Because subtitle is to this. If we apply the subtitle, now the subtitle is applied to me. But now it's waiting for a title. Once I get the title, it will appear. And there we go. We just did that. But now let's say I want to add more down. We can't go that further down, but what we can do is this. Title, subtitle, action bar. Like that. 7, 8, 9. If I click this, it will appear there. You might ask, what is there in actual Minecraft? If we go to a bed, you can only sleep during thunderstorms. If I click this, see how it replaces it? Minecraft actually uses action bars as well. But they don't use these. This is like for us. And there we go, we just did that. I guess we can do all of that. But do you realize how like there's a text for how long it appears and or like how long it disappears? What if we make it so like it's instant and takes a long time to disappear, and fading out it's rather quick? So we go here, slash title at all times. As you can see, it actually even gives us fade in, stay, fade out. Let's say within 5. I think S is seconds. I'm not. I don't remember. I don't use times. I have one like this, so I don't really use this. I'm gonna say 5. Actually, I'm gonna make sure 1 tick, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Let's not say 5 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 5 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can use ticks, seconds. So if I set this 2 seconds, let's say 3. Let's say this is 1. Let's say this is 2. Click it. Click this. Click this. Takes 2 seconds to appear. It will stay for 1 second and fade out in fade in within 3 seconds, stay for 2 seconds and fade out in 1 second. Or we can use ticks. In that case, this will turn to 60, this will turn to 40, and this will turn to 20. Click that, click 3 seconds. You might ask, why did I do that with ticks? As I've said, 1 tick equals 1/20th of a second. So 1 second equals 20 ticks. Ticks. So 3 seconds equals 3 times 20, which 3 times 20 equals 60. So 20 ticks. I don't know what day. I think D means day. I think it's either Minecraft day or they mean real life day. And we're not gonna do that. So yeah, this is done. I'm gonna choose a quick one. Let's say I'm gonna choose 1 second, 3 seconds, 1 second. Let's look at it. There we go. It's nice, clean. This one also will appear, and they're all correlating to the same times. You might ask, what happens if we do a time in midsection of like, let's just say like this. Let's say 0 seconds, 5 seconds, appear for 1 second. Okay, boom, boom, boom. See how it resets if I do this? Instantly appears and then disappears super slowly. But if I do this, it resets it. As you can see, action bar is separate to title, but it will work the same way. Okay, what if we want to reset these stuff? All we have to do, slash title at all reset. It will go back to default settings. As you can see, title options resets it all back to 0, including times. Now, there's one final one that we didn't cover, and that's gonna be clear. So what does clear do, you might ask? Clear, I'm just checking if I did all of them. Yeah, if I have this on my screen, boom, deletes it. Doesn't actually see. If I click it, this one resets the options and clears. Clear just removes it from the screen. See? Except this. As I've said, action bar is different because it correlates to the times, but not to these. So it's on self, while depending on times. But yeah, doesn't work. These are for title only. The action bar, you just, I guess, one way to do it is just so like whoop whoop. So yeah, and that's all of slash title. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's do the quick ones now about what instead of slash title, and it's gonna be slash set block. Let's say, and slash point, but we'll talk about them. I want whatever here to become something else. If we click F3, we will see everything. Now this is the old 1.21 stuff, so you're gonna see the XYZ, but in the newer versions you can't. So just right click the block and then do slash set block while looking at it, and then in space you'll see just click tab tab tab. It will copy paste the coordinates, and then we can just say like bedrock, and there we go. That's bedrock. I don't want bedrock, I want white wool. That's white wool. Now can we change white wool? Yes. What if we want to make a piston? There we go. What if I want to make it extended? Do brackets extended true. Now it's extended. Yay. That's basically it about extensions. And if I click false, not extended. If I click facing down, up. Each entity, I meant each block has its own stuff. Let's say redstone lamp. If I click this, to only have lit. If I go to, let's say, acacia stairs, we have facing, half, shape, waterlog. See what I mean? And it's very varied, so we have limitations, but it's pretty much perfect. And now these, yeah, keep will just, I don't know, I'm gonna be honest, I've never used them except destroy, which basically just destroys it and sets it back. What we can do is just do this, and that's one way to break blocks. So yeah, that's pretty much it about slash set block. One interesting thing is when you do slash set block, I'm gonna look there actually, we can use these squiggly lines. That means we'll say, based on my feet, at my block, at my XYZ, where to place it. So say bedrock, I'm standing here, so to do that, if I do two squiggly lines up, 2 blocks above me, if I do one block above me, of course, it's detecting based off of this. Let's say the bedrock is my actual XYZ, and it will be like this. Since blocks are 1 by like 1 meter by 1 meter, each, who is messaging me? Each individual block, where I'm standing is my block. It's my XYZ. So if I do squiggly lines nothing, that's my location. That's right there. There it is at my feet. And if we do 1, let's go above me. 2, above me even more. If I do 5, above me more. If I go here, -5, 5 blocks below me. If I do 2 there, that's gonna be Z. Yeah, Z, and then -5. If I do 4, oh, let me go up there. 4. So it went there 2 times, it went there 4 times, and there we go. That's another one. And we even have this. I've never tested it, but it should work. Yeah. So this means facing where I'm looking. If I look there and type this in, you might ask, why is it doing that? Like, it's working. It did it. But again, our XYZ is on our feet, which is this block. This block. This is where I'm standing. Let's, if I do this, this is my XYZ. This is where it will detect. Oh my Minecraft. There we go, I fixed it. This is it. There we go. Yeah, so if I change the command block to, let's say 2, it will be at my crosshair. So 5 blocks above me will always be a block. And I can say destroy, or I can say replace. Yeah. I will put it in the command blocks as well. Now, let's say I want to do more than just 1 block. 1 block, 1 block, 1 block. That's too much for me. What if you want to use slash fill? Okay, let's say I want to make walls from here to here, but I'm too lazy. I don't have Axiom. I don't have World Edit. Why do I have a texture pack? Whatever. I won't question it. Let's say this to this. I don't want to do that. I'm too lazy. So, our command block will be right here. Get the button. All we have to do is get 2 spots. So from here to here is gonna be our wall, right? Slash fill while looking at it, because it works like slash setblock, and then it's gonna set XYZ to that block. All we have to do is click enter or control C, and control A, control C, and then go to the other block. And this is what I mean. Control V to continue, or you can click in chat and then space tap tap tap. It will autofill it, and then all planks hollow. Why did it do like that? Because it's also gonna set up and down, like the floor is also gonna count. You can't make walls specifically with slash fill. That's why you have hollow. If I expand this to up, so from here to here, that's 5 blocks. If I change that and then set the coordinates to here, we go inside, it's hollow. If I do slash fill without the hollow, it won't be hollow. If I do slash blank, let's say, oh, dark oak, hollow, it's hollow. If I say keep, it will keep. If I say outline, actually, I've never used outline. Wait, let's actually test this right now. Oh, it's like kind of like hollow. We have replace, skip, and destroy. Destroy it with that. That's what it's basically doing. Yep. But that's basically how we do it. And we have, I recommend just using hollow and not hollow and destroy, and that's it. That's slash fill for you. It's practically the same thing. Now, what if we want to replace this with slash replace? I want to make it interchangeable between oak planks and spruce. So I want to see the difference, right? Okay. We have the command block. So when we do slash replace, we say oak planks replace dark oak planks. It's not the other way around. It's not like we're saying dark oak, then slash fill dark oak planks, and then replace it with oak planks. It said slash fill oak planks replace dark oak planks. And now we can just go and paste it. Go to here. If we want to do it, just remove this. Add this to here. There we go. It's interchangeable. I didn't want to do that. Let's just say spruce. And for you, just set it back to here. Spruce planks. There we go. Spruce wood. Spruce wood. Spruce wood. There we go. Simple enough. And those are the two ones. We're gonna talk about slash set spawn point instead of whatever this abomination. Okay. When we do slash set point, if I actually show you right now, let's say, give me a command block, give me this. I want my spawn point here. Let's just look at the spawn point, look at the block. Oh yeah, of course, at all, maybe myself at P, and that block. So, if I do slash kill, actually click it. That's slash spawn point. If I do slash kill, you might say that there's no home, it was obstructed. Now, why does this work? Remember when I said with slash setblock, if I do the squiggly lines, I don't have the squiggly lines. You know the Discord shortcut, if you click shift and then squiggly lines, that's what's happening. Like that. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. My location is this. That's the block. That's my XYZ. That's my feet. So when we do slash look, we're actually looking at that block. So if we do slash set block this to air, it's actually that block here, not the one above. When we do slash set point, it's actually setting the block to that block, not the block above it, which we can't spawn on blocks, inside blocks. We have to spawn on blocks. So if I change it to minus 60 because we're below 0, so 61, it will be 60. If I click it and then do slash kill myself and respawn, that's my spawn point. Simple enough, actually. Yeah. What else can I even teach at this? I wanted to teach about scoreboards, which I guess could be a good idea if I think about it that much. But at the same time, not really. Slash fill, slash give is too early. Slash seed is what the... Okay, slash... Yeah, okay. We can actually talk about the attributes, because those are fun, and they're simple enough. And they will give you a basic understanding of attributes. Okay. Get this, get this. What is an attribute? An attribute is These are my attributes. My movement is whatever is this. Attack speed is 4. My base damage is 1. My interaction and block interaction is 4.5. And entity interaction is 3. Those are like my components. That's my speed, that's my attack damage, that's what I can do. If I summon, let's say, oh yeah, that guy, we can actually name him, but I'm too lazy. And get him, let's say, follow range is whatever that number is. And then we have the base, add multiplied base for random spawning operation. You know, every entity has its own stuff. And you can see that actually, we can actually see the speed, 2.3, 0.23, zombie reinforcements, knockback, and there's even more right here. Yeah, this is the speed, this is the attack speed, attack damage, block range. You know what I mean? Actually, I think that's mine. Yeah, that's mine. This is the zombies. These are all annoying to deal with, and that's what I mean. But we can modify stuff. So let's say I want to make myself bigger. Slash attribute, P on my name, and as you can see, we have a ton. Of course, I gotta say, with every version, there's gonna be new attributes or just changing the attribute syntax. So be careful about that. I'm using 1.21 slash calculatus. 1.21. So let's say scale base set 1. I'm already 1. Let's say 2. Now I'm bigger. Let's say 16. Now I'm even more massive. I can't even reach it. I'm that massive. And let's just jump down, and then I can't reach it. Let's say, oh, it's 16, yeah. Let's say 32. It's not working. Maybe. Okay. Oh, that's why. What if I click it right now? As you can see, this is my height, right? If I grab this and get it to my height, this is not my height. Almost my height. Almost. Yeah, see, this is not my height as well. I'm not even that tall in real life. Like this, maybe? Yeah, this is my height. So if I get back to 1, let's say 16. Why is 32 like 16? Isn't 32 bigger than 16? Yes, you're right. I think that's wrong. No, that's not wrong. That's right. I don't care, bro. Well, every attribute has its own limits and maximums and minimums, of course. So if I do like 0, that's the minimum. I can't go below that. You know what I mean? I just said this is 2 because it's family. Oh, because it's friendly to everything. I was about to say family friendly. Let's go ahead and choose something else. Let's say, gravity is interesting. How much is actually, I don't want to mess with gravity. I don't want to mess with that. Max health, we can mess with that. 20. I already have 20. But you might say, best in hearts, not 20. Max health is calculated through half a heart. So if you have a half a heart, it will say 1, not 0.5. It's not a double, it's an integer. Integer means numbers. Double means numbers. But decimals. Yeah. If I change it to 30, it will give me 15 hearts. If I change that to 40, I will get 20 hearts. But 40 half hearts. And if I set it to 1, I will have half a heart. And of course, back to the minimum and maximum, you can't go below 1. And you can't go above 2048, which is this much, if I'm not mistaken. Like, if I set it to, like, more than that, yeah, we can't go above that. If I set to 47, give myself instant healing. Oh, that's not the maximum. What is the maximum then? 2000. Oh, is there a new maximum? Oh wait, sorry, it's 1100. I doubled it by accident. My bad. Yeah, it's 1024, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's 1024. 1024. Again, the beauty of slash title and laziness. 24, and that's attributes for you. I'm gonna copy this. Give me myself back to the beautiful 20. And you can mess around with all of these, as you can see. We have a ton to mess around with. You can do pretty much anything with them. Now, how much time is left? Oh, it's been 25 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna end this up. Yeah, we did this. Part 1. Part 2 was this. Next up, I will probably do /give. A little bit of execute. Some other stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anywho, Masama, Baru, I don't have my /wave. Yeah.